got on there? We got anybody on there? Who we got on here? Let's see who we got. What's up, Ray? Tilly? Look. I done went and got tightened up. Y'all don't know nothing about that. My man Thule does. That boy, I went and got. Woo. Y'all see that right there? Y'all don't know nothing about that. All right, boys and girls. Let me tell you something. Today has been an eventful evening. That's for sure. I hope y'all ready. I thought you went to see your... Yes, sir. Hey, ain't nothing like it, too. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it, my man. Tight. Tight. Like bullfrog butthole tight. Which one y'all want? Y'all want this one? Which one y'all want? Which cover y'all want? Y'all don't know nothing about no cover. What cover y'all want? I'm eating a cracker. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm gonna put this cover on. Hold on. I gotta get my stuff right. I can dress for every occasion. Put this hat on. Which one you want? Want this one? Or you want fuck around and find out hat? Which one you want? All right. So let me tell you what's been going on with this son of a gun right here. All right. So now I know I told my man last night I was gonna have him that bulletin. Buy here, pay here, bills have to be paid. I ain't got that far yet. Because this son of a gun right here has been fighting me all day. So let me tell you what I did. The reason why, well, I don't want to jinx it. Let me tell you. The manifold, all right, let's go over here to the table. Because I'm going to spend all day tomorrow cleaning the shop up. It looks like a daggone bunch of riffraff been in here all day working. There's shit scattered from one end to the other. So, look, new plugs. All right, so look at this right here. This Terminator X, I'm going to be able to recite this thing like the Bible, front to back. Now, I hope I don't jinx myself. All right, you see that right there? MAP sensor, right? So, you don't have to use that. You can use this part number right here. 558-416, right? And then you have to have this harness, and this harness plugs up this harness, and you use this style of MAP, which is 2.5 bar MAP. That's what I bought. I actually bought that one right there. They told me I needed a 554120. That's the one I bought. Well, let me tell you what the MAP will do. The MAP will dump fuel and make it flood out. So that's why it was smoky, you know. I figured that this was bad, right? So I sent a message to somebody that does a lot of Terminator stuff. And they text me back and said, if you can use the MAP sensor on the controller, that is the best one. I said, okay, fine. So I had to go to the parts store, and I had bought some fittings, and I bought some vacuum hose, and I bought all that. Now, let me tell you, for anybody that's going to buy a Texas Speed Titan intake, let me tell you what you need to do. Now, I didn't know this because this intake was on the engine when I picked it up, and I did not know. But let me tell you for future reference, if anybody's buying a Titan Texas Speed intake, let me tell you something what you need to do. Let me tell you, y'all listening to me? There is 4 ports There is 2 1/8", there is a 1/4, and then there's a slick hole. That slick hole is for the MAP sensor. Guess where that's at? It's underneath this intake at the bottom. So you want to talk about interesting how to get that plug into that? Yeah, we don't even want to talk about it. I was up on this thing on all fours. This is no lie. This is no lie. I was barefoot, had a blanket over here, a blanket over here. I was face down. Sounding like the start of a video. Face down. Yeah, we ain't going. And I was reaching up underneath there. I had a mirror under there so I could see the hole, so I could push the grommet up into that hole. Man, I thought I was at a damn PD party, trying to reach around and find a hole in the dark. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you what, I come that close to taking that whole intake off, injectors and all. But I was on top of this engine, bent over, face down. Yeah, we ain't gonna go no further than that. And the guy that owns the Mustang, him and his wife walked in. He's like, "Hey man, what in the world's going on?" I said, "Man, don't, just mind your business. Just mind your business. Just mind your business." Well, I got it right here. Here's the vacuum line. Now, don't worry about all this. Jay gonna clean all this up. And I got that bad boy hooked up right there. Right there, okay? This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. This shit ain't edited for television. It's raw dog, Lucille, man. We go raw dog around here. We don't need no skins on nothing. Fitting to get the full effect. Ray, I just said I had a mirror. Didn't you? Ray, keep up. Come on, big dog, keep up. So, I got that done. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to change the spark plugs because they could be fouled out. They could be flooded. And this is what they look like. This is what the plugs look like. Let me see if I can. They don't look too bad, right? They don't look too bad, but they don't look too good. So I bought new plugs. I know, Ray, I'm just messing with you. You had an eventful day today. I listened to you for about 20 minutes on your live, and I couldn't take no more. I had to get off of it. So let me tell you something. These headers right here, don't buy these headers. Yep, I got them. 38. Don't buy these headers. I'm going to look into those LS S10 headers that somebody referred to me. I'm going to look at them because let me tell you something. To change the plugs on these, I had to drop the headers. I had to drop the headers to get to this plug and to this plug because a socket would not fit. And look, I got to get some heat shield, but nevertheless, I had to drop this header. These are Doug headers, long tube headers. Don't buy them. Don't buy them. You can buy them, just don't plan on changing the spark plug because you ain't got enough room to get the socket in there. Even with a little skinny wrench, you still can't get it. Can't get it. Can't get it. It's like that gal you've been chasing all your life. You just can't get it. She ain't going to give it to you. Same thing on this one. Had to drop the header on this one to get to all them because you definitely can't get to this one. And you definitely, ooh, that's warm. You definitely can't get to that one. All right. So I got some hose clamps. I got some, now I'm not using these for real. I'm using them right now for real. You can touch them. That's tangible. I mean, Jay, that's real. If you can touch it, it's real. But once everything's said and done, this thing just has water in it, no antifreeze. Anti ain't in there. All right. So these clamps will not be the final clamp. The final clamp will be these Gates clamps, which is these clamps right here. They're heat shrink. So once you finalize everything, you heat shrink them things, you can't get them off without a cutoff wheel. But for now, I just put hose clamps to hold everybody where they need to be, right? Okay, I done that. Don't be looking at my throttle. We're gonna talk about that in a second. So then, I've got some more fuel. I put the belt on it. I had to adjust this idler pulley right here. This idler pulley was going in too far, so I had to shimmy it out a little bit. I got all that done. I I got the radiator cap off. What's up, Dan? I got the radiator cap off so it does not build no pressure. I've already run it through one heat cycle, and I got fan number 1 comes on at 185, and fan number 2 comes on at 200. They came on and done that. I've already did one heat cycle, so I'm hoping she acts right and cranks for y'all. If not, I'm gonna pour gas on it right there and I'm gonna set fire to it after I drag it outside. So here's the problem. I had to do some research and check out. This is actually a Gen 4 block. So it has a 58 reluctor ring. I was told wrong. I was told that it had a 24. So that's one problem. My second problem was I was told that it had 60-pound injectors. That's the second problem. It actually has 80-pound injectors. That is a problem. So I changed the plugs. I have not changed the oil yet. I am going to change the oil, but this is what I did. I changed it to 58 reluctor ring. I tried to crank it. It was still dumping too much fuel. I changed, and then I found out that it does not. It has actually bigger injectors than what I was told. I changed the injectors, and here's a little trick. Here's a little tidbit for you. If you'll pull the throttle wide open throttle sends 5 volts of voltage through the signal and shuts off the injectors so it can burn the fuel that's already in there and she'll fire up. So that's what I did. It started out as a 6.0 block, but it's a Gen 4 block, but it's been stroked and hammered. TKM built it. So I've already started it one time. It does not smoke like it did before because it's not rich. And I got the idle. They told me to bump the idle up. They said the idle was too low, so I bumped the idle up to 975. So what we're going to do is we're going to quit talking. It started out as a 6.0, but it's been stroked. So it's, I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't, it's been so long. I don't know. I'd have to go dig the paperwork out. It's a 6.0 been stroked. So here's what we're going to do. Y'all ready? 427. No, I don't. It's not that big. So it's a 6.0 block. So a 6.0 is 366. So it's been stroked. So I think it's a 408. I think it's a 408. So a 6.0 is 366 cubic inches. It's been stroked, but I don't know how far it's been stroked. So whatever the next stick is, I will tell you this: it's got a big stick in it. It has a the cam in it is monstrous. It's above 260 advertised. It's like 340 set, 330 something, 340 something, 710, 7 something like that is, yeah. It still gotta have some, oh yeah. What's up, Chevy, man? What's up, Ray? Hey, did I miss anybody? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Poor design, that sucks. Oh yeah, what kind of hair sucks? All right, so drop it down in the comments. Hey, what do y'all think about that new song that I dropped? Anybody watch that new video I dropped with the station wagon doing a burnout and the Peach Capital and the Peaches and the Peach Festival? Everybody see that right there? Give me a thumbs up. Did y'all see that new video with the music? With the music? Did y'all hear that new song? Yes. And you know who I gotta thank? I gotta give a shout out to 87SS Boy. He sent me that song and he said, "This is for you, Jay." And I clicked it and looked on it and I listened to it, and that son of a gun. Hey JG, what did you think of the picture? That video, yeah, the one wheel peel, that's the station wagon. That song track that's on there, 87SS done that song. So if you don't follow 87SS Boy, check him out. Check out Tulu TV, 84 Cuddy. Check out that. The wagon's still here, so it's cold. Y'all ready to fire this thing up? And everybody hold the fingers. Look, When I say I've been on the grind, I've been on the grind all day, all day. Got a haircut though, but I've been to the daggone parts store so many times it ain't even funny today. All right, boys and girls, let's do it. I got to get some love in the comments. Drop it in there. Fire it up. Come on, let's see it. Somebody flood the news feed. It's a hard time it's hard time breaking it loose. Oh yeah, it had some old, JG, it had some old tires, and they wasn't feeling it. They wasn't feeling it. But when they did break loose, I broke them loose until they throw chunks. So, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. All right, boys and girls, here we go. Fire in the hole! That's what I'm talking about. You can't tell me shit! Gotta plug the fan up. Gotta plug the fan up. Gotta plug the fan up. She's alive! Woo! Don't. Come on. We're gonna do the happy dance. I'll do it. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Both fans just come on. Both fans. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the damn drum. Damn mark him out. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Woo! has a 105 millimeter nick intake. Damn it, boy! Bounce, bounce, bounce. It's pissing a little bit of water. It's pissing a little bit. What y'all think? What y'all think? You know what I should have did? I mean, the fans come on. I should have put that in front of it. Oh, yeah. It's got air in it. Yeah, it's got air in it. For sure. For sure. 100%. Yeah, Southern Square Body, it's got air in it. For sure. But the air is not my problem. The air is not on my top to-do list. The daggone everything else was. So, it's a bad map sensor. Had to get rid of the map sensor. Then I had to... I used the map sensor in this son of a gun. It was a pain in the arse to get to it. Let me turn this fan off. Because it's a whole lot better than it was from yesterday. It's a whole lot better than yesterday. Yesterday, it was dumping so much fuel. Couldn't figure out why it was dumping so much fuel. And the map was never reading on the handheld. And the map that I was using was the map that was actually using this one right here, this. So I was having problems, so I took away that, and then I just went straight to the map on the handheld, right there. That's a 1 bar. So that fixed that problem. The second problem was they told me the wrong injectors that was in it. They told me it had 60-pound injectors, but it actually had 80-pound injectors. So that's why it was dumping fuel. And they told me it was a 24 Reluctor ring, and once I got looking at it, it's actually a 58. So, and then I put new plugs in it. I haven't changed the oil yet. It still has the break-in oil in it. They told me to get it up to at least 2 or 3 heat cycles, let it cool down and do it, and then drive it. But once I do all that, I'm gonna change the oil. I got oil ordered. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, Nick. It's a 105 millimeter Nick. And I didn't put the radiator cap on because I didn't want it to build no pressure. Because I just didn't want it to build no pressure. But fan one comes on at 185, and then fan 2 comes on at 200. That's what they told me. That's what they recommended. And then they both shut off, whatever. But nevertheless, we're gonna let it cool off for just a minute, and then we're gonna hit it again. We're gonna let it cool off for just a little bit, and I'm gonna hit it one more time. But man, I really appreciate, man, you have no idea. Man, look at my shop. This son gun is a damn disaster. It's a disaster, boy. It's a disaster. So, yeah, it's cold in here too. I turned the heat off. Because when I open that door, it just sucks the heat out. I deal with the cold. But, man, I appreciate every single one of you that stuck around for this journey from the last couple of days. I mean, day one, crap was going wrong. It was it was just, man, it was just frustrating to no end. I mean, all the way down to the red and white wire that Holly, once I called them and told them what the computer was doing, they told me, the guy Blake, super nice guy, I'm gonna have to call him back Monday and tell him I got everything figured out. Cause that's one thing I do like when somebody calls me and they say they got a problem and I kind of give them an idea of what's wrong with it, they never call me back to let me know that yes, that was a problem, or no, that was a problem. I mean, if you take the time to reach out to somebody to get some advice or input or troubleshoot something, and they give you their input, right? And then you go and you fix it, but you don't never call them back and say, hey man, I really appreciate what you told me. This is what I found out. This is what's wrong. This is what was wrong, and that fixed it. I greatly appreciate it. Because what that does is two things. One, that tells the person that you asked that they were right, that they give you good advice. If you don't never call them back, then they don't know that it worked or it didn't work. Right? So the thing about it is, if you give me some advice and say, hey, look, okay, I'm gonna use Tulu. If Tulu tells me that, hey man, this is what happened with me, Jay, you can try this and see what happens. I'm like, okay, cool, great. I'll try it out. If it don't work, I'm gonna call my man back and say, hey man, hey T, it didn't work out. That didn't fix it, right? That didn't fix the problem. So that don't fix the problem, right? So that lets T know, hey, that didn't work for Jay, but it worked for me. I wonder what's going on. And then I go keep digging, and we both keep digging deeper and deeper, going down the rabbit hole until, voila, we find out what's wrong. It's like, hey man, this is what happened. So when like somebody, let's say 84 Cuddy runs into something that's similar problem, or somebody else that, you know, that's in this world runs into it and say, hey, T says, hey, I had a problem that was similar and my fix was this, but Jay had a problem and his problem didn't fix by this. He had to do this. And then the next thing you know, Dan, he wants to put a damn turbo on this thing, or a pro charger. He's already talking about putting a pro charger on it, and we ain't even took it to have it dynoed and tuned yet. I told him, just calm down. Just calm down. Calm down. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Just relax. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and buy a pro charger. Calm down. Just relax. Just calm down. It's already going to be a tire shredder. We're going to have to put 55. We're going to have to put blocks of wood in the back to keep the daggone wheels from jumping. Just calm down. I mean, he's texted me all day today. He said, man, I've had a all day today. Send me another video. That's what he told me. Send me another video. I said, I'll send you another video when I get her cleaned up and it's not smoking like the daggone Orange Blossom Train Special. You know, I'll send you another video. And he's like, just send me something. Send me something. He said, I got a, and I'm like, I got NOS on my Road King on a turbo. So I'm going to call Blake Monday, and I'm gonna tell him. Oh, back what I was saying. We jumped the gun. So in the wire, in the instructions, it says in the loose wires, it says the red and white wire should be connected to a clean source, key on and key off, right? So that's what I did. Well, the problem was when I would program the handheld, and I do all the stuff you're supposed to do to program it, and you turn the key off for 5 seconds, then turn the key back on 5 seconds, it was wiping the tune out. And it's like there's no tune to be found. So when I got a hold of Holly and got Blake on the phone, he says, do you have, what's the voltage in that pin? And I put my snap-on digital test light that's got the numbers on it, and it was like 12.9 or something like that. And then when you turn the key off, it went to 0, 0, 0. And he goes, put a multimeter in it and tell me what it says. I'm like, okay. So I took my Fluke multimeter and put it in there, and it was 0.0 0001, and it was flux like 1121120. That could be the meter, the fluctuation in the meter. I mean, it's possible. So I told him that, and he's like, that's your problem. And I was like, what's that? He said, that little bit of residual voltage is wiping the tune out. You need to hook up the red wire to a relay and use the same power source. And I said, where does it say that in the manual? It don't say that nowhere. It don't say that on page 14, nowhere. He's like, well, we got a lot of people that's calling, and we got a lot of problems. I said, well, don't you think you should update your wiring instructions? Because I fought with that for a pretty good while. The next thing was grounds and power sources. Terminator doesn't like to share power with anything else. Meaning, if you have a power lug, even if you got a 1-aught wire going to it, they don't like anything being shared. They don't even like to share chassis ground. So you need to run the wire. I got Phi Tech. I got it on my 54. Oh yeah, Southern Square Body. They like clean grounds, that's for sure. And I'm a ground freak. You know, I got grounds everywhere, but Holly, like you said, Holly wants clean grounds, and clean is straight to the battery, straight to the head of the battery. That's clean. Even through a 1-aught wire, they don't like it. So I extended the wiring harness for Holly. I got some 10 gauge black and some 10 gauge red, and I extended the wiring harness all the way to the battery. They don't even want you to put a kill switch in between the break. They want the power to go directly to the battery. No fuse, no nothing, because they said the wiring harness already has a fuse. So they don't. I said, well, man, I got a main kill switch for the truck. He says, do not run, no, straight to the battery. So that was the next thing. And then just bad information, just bad information from the engine builder, but nothing towards them. I mean, you know, they're super great people, super great guy. Kevin Mullins is great. John Boy's great. The whole team up there is great. Super great people. I think a lot of them, they built some nasty stuff. It was just some miscommunication, and it's all fixed now. So, well, it seems fixed. So I'm tickled. I'm happy. So now we're going to finish up the custom ram air. Now we're going to finish up the custom ram air intake box, because we're going to use the front bumper to force fresh air into the box. So it's going to be a functional ram air. Then once we do that, we're going to finish the exhaust. I don't know why. Finish the exhaust, come out, go over the frame rail, and he wants me to cut a hole in the side of the bed, a brand new bed. Wants me to cut a hole in the side of it and run the exhaust out. And it has mufflers on it. It has the MagnaFlow 3-inch straight throughs. And he lives in the gated community. I'm not going to say where, but he lives in a gated community where I told him the HOO is probably going to kick him out. So I'm super. This week was a milestone. Hey, T, I could not sleep not a damn wink last night, brother. I just had to get it fixed. My brain would not shut down. Put a remote baffle on it. Are you referring to like a remote cutout, but do a remote baffle? Just do the opposite? Because he was asking me, Southern Square Body, he was asking me, he's like, hey, I seen these guys, they had electric cutouts. You think I need to put electric cutouts on this thing? I said, no. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm telling you, this thing's going to be louder than sin. And he goes, I said, man, it sounds like a damn Apache helicopter about to land. He goes, I'm just going to have to come up there one day next week. I'm going to get away and come up there and listen to it. I said, dude, I'm telling you, this son of a gun rattles the dishes in my house. And my house is 100 foot that way. A remote baffler. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. So are you, so is that like a baffle that is a baffle when you need it, but then when you don't want to need it, you just open it up? I'll have to look into that. But he's okay with it. He don't care. This son of a gun, he don't care. They'd come up to him and write him a ticket, and he'd just look at him and go, he don't care. He don't care. I mean, he said, when I sent him the picture, and he's like, I can smell it from here. And I said, scratch and sniff, smell-o-vision. He's like, I can smell it from here. He's like, what's it smell like? I said, race fuel. He's like, I can smell it from here. And I was like, yeah. But it had 100 octane airplane fuel in it. But you gotta be careful with airplane fuel because it's highly, it's oxygenated. So it's 100 on the ground. No, which way is it? Yeah, it's 100 octane on the ground, but up in the air, it's actually more because of the way the air. So the airport's right up the road here, and you just literally drive up, go in there, scan your driver's license, scan your debit card. The door opens. It takes a picture of your face. You walk in, you fill up your can, you walk out, and you're done. Yeah, West Coast stuff. Okay, I have to check it out. So what's in it now? Well, what was in it was 2 gallons of 100 octane, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gallons of 93 is what's in it. Because John Boy told me, he said, don't run nothing no less than 93. What's up, 84? Hey, 84, that video, your training video on the wiring harness, from taking it out of limp mode and going from pin this pin and that pin, dude, I'd like to die. I laughed my ass off. Dude, that's what's up. That was funny as hell. And T had his damn safety line on. He had his damn safety harness on out there doing push-ups, and daggone Chevy Addiction out there doing this right here. Dude, and had his Army shirt on too. I was dying. I was laughing my ass off. I said, this son of a gun done come out in his damn DI hat, and this son of a gun is being a dude, I like to die. I was hurting. I went back and watched that first section. I bet I watched that first section probably 20 times. I just rewind it and go back, rewind. You coming up, you hit me? Yeah. Dude, that was golden. That was golden. I loved it. And that was a lot of good information that you give on there too, because a lot of people don't know that. That's a lot of troubleshooting that you done. Just take this pin to this pin, jump that pin, and you're good to go and you ride. So that was good information. Yeah, that was really good, really good. Even your diagram that you had, that you written out on there, was very, very legible. You could read it, you could see it. I could see it on my end. It was in big letters. If somebody don't get that, they just need to just lay down. They just need to lay down. They just need to lay down and just give up. That's all they need to do, just lay down. Because that was good. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Yep, sure was. Hey, I think Ray Outdoor asked me today. Ray's Outdoor, he asked me, he's supposed to went to your channel and subscribe to your channel. Appreciate that thumbs up, thanks, 84. And he's supposed to went to Tulu's TV, and he's supposed to went to 87 SS Boys page today and subscribe. I don't know if he's still on here. He's probably in the bed, but and go from there. So, how long has it been? How long has it been? We'll fire it back up. Hey, 84. Hey, there's Ray. Ray, where'd you get to? I seen you earlier, but then I didn't see you no more. Hey, I appreciate you too, buddy. Same way, same thing. What in the world? Hey, I will tell you this, big boys. I tell you this. I will have me a G body before the end of the year. I'll have me a G body. You watch. I'll have me one. I'll have me a G body. Yup. I got me some sick candy red that I made. Oh yeah. I'm gonna find me a G body. I'm gonna find me one. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get me one. Sure enough. I talked to my buddy today. I called him. He does a lot of LS swaps, and I was picking with him. And I said, man, I'm looking for me a G body. And he said, Lord have mercy. You too? I said, yeah, I'm looking for a G body. He said, what do you want? And I said, I'm looking for a G body. And he said, what do you want? I said, it don't matter, man. Buick, Cutlass. I said, it don't, Monte Carlo. I need a G body. And he goes, yep. He said, what them things having, like a 3.8? What'd that have in them? What'd it have in them, Cuddy, like originally? What was in, like a 3.8 or a 3.6? What was in them originally? 305, wasn't a 305. What was in those Buicks? The stock engine. 304, what was they? 305, 307s. What's up, cars in the cut? We can let this thing cool down a little bit, and we're gonna hit it again and let it get up to temp. Yeah, 3.8. So he said, you're gonna leave the 3.8 in it? And I said, hey, them turbo 250s, they're good transmissions, man. They're actually good transmissions for light duty cars. I mean, they can't take no ump. They can't take no damn nobody stepping on them. But they good transmissions. He said, you're not leaving that in. And I said, no, I'm sure you got some LSs, some LQ4s, some LQ9s. I'm sure you got some, car got a Regal. He got, car in the cut got a Regal. I told my buddy, I told my homeboy, I said, I know you got some 4.8s, 5.3s, 5.7s. I know, because he buys them. He goes to the junkyards all over, and he just, you got a Cutlass that's got a diesel in it? And my buddy said, hey, man, he said, you ain't going to believe this. He said, now that's interesting. I'm putting a 5.9 twin turbo Cummins in this 86 4-door. I couldn't name everything cars. So my buddy, he told me yesterday, and he told me tonight, he said that this week he picked up 4 6.2s supercharged. 4 6.2s. I said, well, put a name on one of mine. Put a name on for one of me. He said, what? I said, put a name for me. He's like, why? I said, because when I find a G body and you got a 6.2, I'm putting a 6.2 in it. I said, we fixing to just be nasty. That's why I know I'll take. Yeah, because he put 6.2 superchargers in all of his stuff. And he's like, man, this is my personal collection. Yeah, 6.2. Man, I'm telling you, man, he has got a warehouse slam full of small blocks, big blocks, 427, 396s, 402s. Vortex. I mean, before LS's was even popular, he'd buy every small block, every big block he could find, and he's got like a 10, 12,000 square foot warehouse. He just stacks them damn things in there. Yeah, just stacks that shit in like pulpwood, man. No, not a 6.2 Cadillac. Oh, well, Cadillac Escalade, whatever a 6.2 with supercharger in it. I got a customer wanting an LS7. I love 77 and 79 Cuddies. Yeah. I'll find one. I found one the other day, 84. I found one the other day. It's in Greensboro. Looks just like Sparrow. I mean, a friggin' identical. Same color and everything. But it's all stock. And said it was running and driving, had some pictures in it. I saved it on Facebook Marketplace. And I think he had like $4,200 for it, or best offer. And then I seen it again. He had it marked down to like $3,800. and it's like $3,800, but it's the exact same color as Sparrow. I mean, the exact same color as Sparrow. And I couldn't do that to you. I couldn't do that to you. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Because it's the same color, same interior. I don't know if it had a vinyl top on it or not. I have to go back. I don't know if it had the 3/4 vinyl top. I don't know. But I couldn't do it because it's the exact same car as Sparrow. And I can't do that. So nice. We can hack motors in new C8s finally. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, yeah, I just think I ain't built that way. I ain't wired that way. Because if I got it, because see, this is how I feel. If I got it, you know, and then I post the pictures and say, look here, 84, it'd be the exact same car. And I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't be drinking this at 8 o'clock at night. I shouldn't, but I am. All right, boys and girls. It's been a minute. I don't know how long it's been. Let's go over here and put our hands on her and fire this thing up again. Let it get up to another. Let me put my hands on it. Oh yeah, I can touch the headers. That means she's cool. She's cool. All right, boys and girls, let's do it again. Beats the hell out of drinking White Claw. We're gonna see if it does it again. Woo! That makes me feel so good, so good, so good. Let's do the happy dance. Let's go check our stats. Oh yeah, Southern body. So once it does the heat cycles and drive it, I'll take it to them like that and get them to do a tune on it. So we'll go out here, into there, out of there, into there. Yeah, that's idle. Yeah, that's idle. Oh, I gotta turn that fan on. Yeah, that's idle. It's holding at 200. Alternator's charging. It's at 100. That's 12. It's charging. That's 2 heat cycles. That's 2 heat cycles. They said get it up to 200 degrees and then shut it down and then let it cool down where you can touch the headers, and then do it again, let it cool down, check everything, do it again. I am happier than a rabbit in briars. So, yeah. So, that's what's up. Trophies, fire 2 square bar. Oh, hold on. What happened? What happened? I missed something. Square body can't wait till the show. What show? What show y'all talking about? I appreciate it, Ray. What show y'all talking about? dump that oil afterwards, especially if she. Yes, sir. Square body, Southern square body. I got the oil ordered. It will be here tomorrow. I'm gonna change the oil and the filter tomorrow. Yep, sure will. Sure will. It's the VR. It's the VR1. Actually, it's got like Brad Tooley. The oil that's in it is blue, like a blue-green. And they actually said, you know, run it for 1,000 miles and then change it, but I don't do that. After I start the engine up and go through 3 or 4 heat cycles, I drain all the oil, put fresh oil in, do it again, go through the heat cycle, let it crank up and run, do it a couple more times, drain the oil, change it again. Yeah, zinc heavy. Yeah, a $80 oil changes is a whole lot better than a $22,000 engine. I'm just going to run to the sun and look around. Oh, yeah. I'm going to the run to the sun. I'm going probably Saturday. I'll probably go Saturday. Jay, I have an old friend that has an 87 Regal pushing. I'll probably go Saturday. I'll probably get up early Saturday morning. I'll probably get up. Let's see. I'm about 2 hours. Well, let's see. I'm an hour and 40 minutes from Florence. So just say 2 hours. I could probably get there in 2 hours, probably, maybe. If I left here at 6, got something to eat, stop, whatever, got there by 8, paid $20 parking, walk around, look at some stuff, see what people's doing, get some ideas, look at other people's stuff. You know, and then go, probably come back, probably leave around 12, or come back around 2 or 3, and that'll get me home before dark. That's the plan. Here's the thing about other people's vehicles. This is what kills me. I mean, I've taught at the college for years, for decades. I worked for Richard Petty's Garage. I've done, I say this loosely, SEMA builds, corporate builds, TV builds, Battle of the Builders, just insane cars for concourse, just all that crap, right? What gets me is when another man looks at another man's project and starts belittling that man on what he does. The way I look at it, I don't do car shows. I don't do car shows. I don't do trophies. I don't do stuff like that because it's not fair. It's who you know, not what you know, and it's all too much politics. And so I like going to events like the C10 revival. It's no show, just whatever. There's no awards. There's no nothing. It takes the fun out of it when, you know, if a man pulls up and he's got a $100,000 C10 truck, and then the next man pulls up beside him and he's got a $5,000 truck. That $5,000 truck has the same weight as the $100,000 truck to me, and this is why. The man that spent $5,000, that's all he had to spend was $5,000. That's his baby. That's his car, his truck. That's his baby. The man that had $100,000, he paid somebody to build. That's still his truck, but he didn't build it. He paid somebody to build it. So therefore, the value of it to me is less. But I won't look at the man's. I don't go to car shows and beat up people's cars. I don't go up to them. I don't ridicule. I don't ridicule their paint. I don't ridicule how it's built. I don't say, man, I wouldn't have done that, or that thing's wavy as a damn golf ball. I don't do that because here's the reason why I don't do it. Is because I don't know the whole situation. I don't know the whole story. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I can't say, why did he do that? Or why did he do that? Why did he do that, or why didn't he do that? I wouldn't have done it that way. Well, if you didn't build it and nobody paid you to build it, then just say, hey, man, nice truck, nice car. And keep your damn mouth shut and walk on about it. Right? So when people ridicule another man, say, oh, you see the so-and-so's thing, man, that's a piece of shit. I'd have never done stuff like that, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, fine. I'm glad that keeps you up at night, that you worrying about another man's vehicle and where he spent his money at. If that's what you got to worry about, then you need some therapy, because where a man spends his money is not my business. It's not my business. As long as you treat me with respect, I will treat you with respect. If you come at me sideways, you ain't gonna like me, I promise you. I promise you ain't gonna like me. So don't disrespect another man's build because he didn't spend the same amount of money, or he didn't take it somewhere and pay somebody to build their vehicle. That's yeah. I'd rather see a car with no paint and still call it clean. Yeah, look, my 54 Bel Air Coupe right here, I've been working on that car for 20 years. I bought that car when my wife was 3 months pregnant with my oldest son, and it was a piece of shit in the woods. Nothing. They didn't make 54 Bel Air Coupe. They didn't make 54 Bel Air Coupe parts. They didn't make them. The next year, Monster Garage come out with the 5 Godfathers of custom. My buddy Gene Winfield, Bill Hines, all of them. I got Gene Winfield's number on my cell phone right now. He's in bad shape. He's got cancer, but he's 98 years old. He's been blessed for 98 years. I hate it that he didn't come here to have his paint class, because that's a whole nother story. But anyway, then Monster Garage did the 54 on Monster Garage, where they chopped it, sectioned it, and whatever, and the Tequila Sunrise. Right? So then they got popular. It's painted. It's been to 4 interior shops. The first interior shop lost all my stuff. It's just been a nightmare. It runs and drives. It's 383 Dart stroker block, Dart heads, 142 cubic inch blower, fuel injection, Fat Man front end, Fat Man rear end, lace frame, graphics on the top. It's sitting right there. I'll finish it one day. But I look at it like Charlie Hutton. I was at Charlie Hutton's one time, and I was with Freddie Carson, and I was talking to him about my car. I look at it and say, man, I don't know why I done the way I done that. I need to fix it. And Freddie Carson told me one night, and he said, leave it alone. He said, don't change it, leave it alone. I said, what? And he said, you could go back and dig into it and fix what you did 15 years ago or 20 years ago. But why don't you leave it the way it is? And that's a reminder of where you came from. That is the beginning. This is where you're at. And if somebody says, man, I don't know why you done it like that. Why'd you do it like that? Man, I thought you knew better. Well, I done it 20 years ago. Where was you at 20 years ago? What was you doing? Some people was probably still shitting yelling in their mama's diaper. So I leave it. I'll finish it. It runs and drives. I mean, it's a tire shredder. But I don't know. I'll fix it. I'll finish it whenever. But that boy sounds. So don't ridicule another man on what they do and where they spend money. And but if somebody asks me a question and they say, hey man, what do you think about this? What caused this? Whatever. Why is this fender doing what this fender is doing? Now, if you ask me my opinion, I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to give you it 100%. I'm going to give you 100%. And I don't mean no disrespect by it. I'm just going to give it to you 100. I would rather you give it to me 100 than sugar-coated. If I wanted it sugar-coated, I'd go to Krispy Kreme and buy me a box of damn donuts. Because I'd rather say, hey man, what's wrong with this fender? What's going on? What's wrong with it? And then you tell me, it's like, well, it looks like this. Now, you don't really know what's wrong with it because it's physics. It could be 100 different ways from Sunday. But you go back to that experience where you experience stuff and you say, hey, I've seen that before. It's fish eyes or solvent pop. But did y'all know that paint companies have changed their stuff and the shit is chemically not doing like it's supposed to do because they're using less quality chemicals in their product, and it's causing stuff to solvent pop and fish eye, so you have to buy other stuff? That's facts. That's facts. So you think how physics work, how stuff works, like why is it doing this, why is it doing that, but then come to find out that's not really what it is. It was actually man-made why it was doing that, and then they selling the product to fix what was going wrong. We don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. That's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. But but anyways, that's it. That's all. So same here, brother. I feel the exact same way. I can't stand to hear people talk mess about another man's business. Yeah, look. And when people tell people's story, and they ain't even got no business telling a man's story, that gets me too. So, let me take me a drink. So I put it to you like this. I give you an example. If somebody confides in you, personal stuff, if somebody, hey, that cheap shit, Woody, I'm telling you, man, that cheap shit, you buy that cheap stuff. Hey, you ever tried that U-Pole filler? You ever tried that U-Pole? I have not tried it yet. I want to try it because it's like $36 a gallon, and 3M Platinum Plus is $100 a gallon. So back to what I was saying. If somebody comes up to you and they confide into you, personal, whatever, they come up to you and say, man, my dog's sick, my lawnmower's broke, I think my wife's running around on me, I think I got prostate cancer, I think I'm gonna lose my job. If they come up to you and tell you all these problems and they venting to you, and then you go tell somebody else, or you go to the barbershop and you start talking about somebody else. We're all guilty of it. I try to do better. We're all guilty of it. And you start telling stuff that you don't think's really that person is like, hey man, so-and-so's lawnmower busted, man. He can't even mow his yard. That's why his grass is knee high. And hell, man, he told me his dog was sick, and he thinks his wife's running around on him with the night guard and blah, blah, blah. And he said, man, his boss man at the job's busting his balls, and he thinks he's going to lose his job and all this other stuff, blah, blah. And you're telling all that. You're telling all that at the barbershop. And then there's people at the barbershop and beauty shop, whatever, that they hear that stuff, and then they starts talking. Rumors, gas, like fire, just whatever. So then it comes across my desk, and I hear, hey, so-and-so down the road, lawnmower's busted. Yeah, old country song, yeah. So I ride by and I see, I ride by and I see, let's just say John. I ride by and I see John's grass is high, and it ain't been mowed, and he normally keeps a nice yard. So what I do, I go home, I get my push mower, I get my weed eater, I come back. John's at work, I start mowing John's yard. I clean his yard up, start weed eating and all that stuff. John pulls up in the yard and he goes, hey man, what's up? Nothing much, man. What are you doing? Man, I just thought I'd mow your yard. Why? Well, man, I heard at the barbershop that your lawnmower was busted and your dog's sick and stuff like that. And then he looks at you and he goes, well, who told you that? Well, so-and-so, he was at the barbershop and he said that y'all was talking or something or whatever. And that. So now, John confided into one of his friends, and then his friends went to the barbershop and run his mouth and told everybody in town that John's got all this shit that's wrong with him. And then here I am mowing his yard. Now he feels embarrassed. Men, we have egos, right? We got pride, and it's hard to ask for help, and it's just nature of the beast. We don't talk about shit. That's why men die of stress and die of heart attacks, because we keep that shit all bottled in, and then next thing you know, we pop off like a bottle rocket. So, John's upset and embarrassed that I'm mowing his yard because he confided into his friend, and his friend told all of his business. And I finished mowing the yard, and John's probably thankful that I'm mowing his yard, but he's embarrassed because he found out that everybody saw me. So my question is, this is what I do. So when somebody comes up to me and they say, I'm going to use, what's up, Bruce? I'm going to use Dave, since he's the last one that comes. So if Dave comes, now this is just hypothetical, Dave. I'm not saying that you'll do this. I'm just using this as a pseudonym. If Dave comes up to me and he says, hey, did you hear Woody is having some problems, blah, 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 whatever, blah, 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 whatever, I'm going to look at Dave and I'm going to say, no, I didn't hear that, because that's not my business. That's not my story to tell. But my question is to you, Dave, are you the part of the solution or are you part of the problem? What do you mean? Well, if his lawnmower's busted and his dog's sick and his wife's allegedly running around on him, what did you do to help him other than run your mouth and tell all of his business? Oh, I didn't do nothing. But you came here to tell me that he's got problems, but you didn't help him. Okay. All right, man. Just keep that shit to yourself, because it ain't your story. Right? We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it too, and I've been trying to do better. So if somebody comes up to me and they tell me their problems, I look at them and say, man, what can I do to help you? Is there something I can do to help you? I ain't got a lot. I ain't got a lot of money. I can help you. What do you need? Do you need something? But I will say this. We're all guilty of this too. We tend to tell other people our problems and ask other people for advice, right? So you confide in with your friends or your family or whatever. Hey, man, I got a problem. I got problems at work. I think I'm gonna lose my job, blah, blah, blah. And you're asking somebody for their opinion about something that has absolutely nothing about your situation. When the first thing you should have done is hit your knees and tell the man upstairs all your problems and kept it to yourself. And vent to the man upstairs. And after you tell him all your problems, then if you wanted to just tell your friends, hey, man, I think I'm losing my job, but I've been praying about it, and, I give it to God, and God's going to handle it. Either way, one way or the other, it's going to work itself out. But, yeah, so it is what it is. Right? We're all guilty of it. We all do it. We get online and, we talk. Now, I ain't talking about stuff like this. This ain't personal. This might help somebody. I'm talking about like personal stuff. Like, if you're going through some stuff, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, we tend to vent to other people. And then when we vent to other people, we look and go, why in the hell did I tell them that? So why don't you hit your knees first and pray about it? Tell the good man upstairs all your problems. Pick up that book. All the answers are in the book. And then if you want to tell your friend about it, then tell your friend and say, hey, look, I just give it to God and let him handle it. Whatever happens, happens. Did you hear that I died 4 times at the hospital right back? Southern body, what are you talking about? When in doubt. No, buddy, when in doubt, mash the pedal, the accelerator pedal. Yeah, so you're the same Bruce that I've been hearing Ray talk about, that you died 4 times at the hospital? See, that right there, that proves my point right there. That proves my point right there. Bruce, I am glad you're in this news feed. That right there just proved my whole point. My whole point of this whole damn conversation. That proved it right there. I like Ray, and got nothing against him, good as gold, whatever. But I know about your problems, and I don't even know you. I don't even know you. Now, if you give Ray permission to tell everybody your business now, that's between you and Ray. But I know everything about you because Ray told it on his live. He told your whole history on the damn social media. Every bit of it. All of it. He told it all. He told your whole story. So, yeah, I know you died 4 times. I'm not even going to repeat the rest of the stuff because it's not my story to tell. So here's a story that's my story. January 28, 2019, everybody in my house got sick, got the stomach bug except me. My 6-year-old little boy, Owen Carter Green, forever 6. he got the stomach bug, and for some reason, the Lord figured out that he would take my little boy, which is perfectly healthy, and he passed away January 28, 2019 from a stomach bug that's been around for a million years. It's been here as long as we've been here. 6 months later, first week of June, so my little boy died January 28, 2018, or 2019. My birthday is February 3rd. We buried him February 5th. We buried him on our property in our yard. So 2 days after my birthday, I buried my son. My little boy's birthday is June. The first week of June, my brother calls me, a few years older than me, tells me to bring some tomatoes and some chicken. We're going to grill out some leg quarters and come to his house. And he said, what time are you going to be here? I said, I'll be there at 6 o'clock. Well, I was running late. The law calls me and tells me my presence is requested at the home. And when I get there, my brother decided to, when he hung up the phone with me, he called 911 and told 911 that he's going to kill himself. He shot himself next to the grill, and he wanted me to find him, and the grill was still cooking, and he had shot himself in the chair right next to the grill. And when I got there, the law looked at me and said, I just realized who you are. We did the funeral procession for your little boy. Is there somebody you can call? And I was like, no, where's my brother at? And they said, he shot himself. So, when you talk about being kicked in the teeth, my little boy died. That's where Forever 6 scholarship, Forever 6, remember Owen, I started a scholarship at the college. That's what that's about right there, Forever 6. Started a scholarship at the college to help other people live their dream because my little boy can't live his dream. So, when I see people mistreat kids at the store and the grocery store, that runs up one side down me another. When people complain, I wish I had a free weekend. I wish I could get a free weekend and be away from these damn kids. Be careful what you ask for, because you might have an unlimited vacation from them. So, we all, including myself, need to do less complaining and more being thankful, because we're only here for a certain amount of time. Now, I know a lot of people come to this channel to see car content, and they don't want to hear no sappy, sad, whatever, blah, 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 whatever. But let me tell you this. I got over 12,000 followers on Facebook. I had over 100,000 on Instagram, but I got hacked on Instagram and lost all of my subscribers on Instagram. If my story can help one person, then I've done my job. So let me tell you this. On Facebook Messenger, I get messages all the time. I get people calling me all over the world. I had a man call me from South Africa because his wife died and he didn't know how to handle it, and he's watched me on Facebook. I had a man and woman drive from New Jersey that their son drove all the way from New Jersey to come to my shop to talk to me. I thought they wanted to talk to me about a car, but they came all the way to my house. They lost their son in Afghanistan, and they said, I know it's not the same, but what's up, 87? I just talked about you earlier, big dog. Appreciate that music clip. That's a solid. They came all the way down from New Jersey. Drove all the way from New Jersey in the summer. 13-hour ride, one way, to come down here to talk to me about nothing, like a Jerry Seinfeld show. Talk to me about absolutely nothing. And at the end of the day, I said, do you want me to build you something? And he's like, no. I just wanted to see if you was the same person online as you are in real. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I started following you about 4 years ago. And he says, I don't ever comment. I don't ever know nothing. I don't do anything. I just watch you. I wake up every morning to see some of your content video of your crazy stuff of what you're going. And you are exactly the same you are here as you were. I said, well, I've toned it down a little bit because of the algorithm and certain keywords and stuff like that. And he said, I just don't know how you do it. And I said, do what? He said, we lost our son I said, I am so sorry to hear that. He said, it's not the same. He said, we had our son for 20 years. He got killed in Afghanistan. And I said, I am so sorry. And he says, I really appreciate it. He said that, but we had our son for, 20 years. You only had yours for 6. So we feel kind of selfish even being here talking to you. And I said, no, he said, I woke up and told my wife I couldn't handle it no more. But he's coming to see you. And I was like, okay, well, good. You're here. What you want to talk about? I'm here all day. What you want to talk about? He said, I don't know how you do it. I said, do what? He said, we had our son late in life. So he was in his 60s. And he said this. He says, my wife he said, I feel useless. I feel worthless. I said, okay. Why? He said, my wife had to go back to work. He said, our house has been refinanced. We got like 3 mortgages. I can't do anything. I can't concentrate. I can't sleep. I can't this. I can't that. I said, the only thing I keep hearing is can't. I said, look, for the first year, I didn't do anything. I didn't even open the door to my shop for the first year. I didn't even mow my grass. I took a leave of absence from the college, both colleges and Petty's, and I didn't work nothing in my shop. Didn't hit a lick. Took care of what I was supposed to take care of, but I didn't hit a lick. Nothing. Woke up one day, said enough's enough. 86,400 seconds in a day. Don't waste 60 seconds on anything toxicity. If somebody's not stoking your fire, pushing you up to be better today than they are tomorrow, get rid of them. I don't care who they are. Get rid of them. Life's too short, too precious to be miserable and mad at the world. And I was mad because I lost my little boy. I was mad, still mad, but I'm dealing with it. I said, you got to find something to do, Bob. You got to find something to do. Build birdhouses, do something. But I will tell you this. If you decide to check out on your own because you can't take it no more, that is the cowardly way out. My brother done that. The most cool, collective person in the world. Never got mad or nothing. Just one day, just one day. Done. Now thinking back, I knew something was wrong. Oh, no, you don't have to tell. No, Bruce, you don't have to apologize. I was just making a point about what I was just saying. I told him that when my brother hung up the phone, he said, I love you, shithead. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later. And I was like, yeah, man, you too. He never told me that on the phone. So now looking back, there was something wrong, and we talked every day. We built houses together. We built porches together. We built all kinds. We gardened. We hunted. We done everything. We was like American Express. We was always with each other. Never said nothing. Never got loud. Nothing. He decided he shot himself. He committed suicide. I told Bob, I said, if you plan on doing that, that is the cowardly way out. Because not only are you going to do that and check out and leave your wife, now your wife's going to have to deal with you being gone and her having nobody there to help her. And 2, she lost a son too. So you need to find something to do. Call me, text me, do something. Call me. You got my number. And then he went back and he told me, he got ready to go back. And he says, they're having a thing down at Fort Bragg or Fort Liberty. And I said, Fort Bragg to me, it's always going to be Fort Bragg to me. I don't care what they change. It's Fort Bragg to me, baby, all day, every day. He said, they're having this ceremony down there for our son and some other people, and we're debating on whether to go. I said, you need to go. You need to go. You need to go for yourself. You need to go for your son. You need to go for his comrades. You need to go for the other parents. You need to go. You will regret it if you don't go. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like fire. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like you smashed your finger with a damn hammer, but you need to go. You need to go. You need to go. And he went. And they cried, they laughed, they cried, and they went. They had this big ceremony, and they had all this other stuff. And then Bob sends me a care package every year. He sends me a thing on Owen's anniversary on January 28th. He sends me this thing, every year. And he sends me a thing on his birthday every year, ever since that. That's been a few years ago, when Bob was here. Bob also texts me every now and then, and he'll say, hey, man, check this out. So let me tell you what Bob did. Bob started building birdhouses. Bob started building birdhouses to keep yourself occupied. Idle hands is the devil's work. If you sit around, and your mind will drive you batshit crazy, I promise you. You got to keep, that's why I worked all the time before Owen died. I work even more now because Owen died, to keep my mind occupied, because idle minds will drive you crazy. Bob started building birdhouses in his little workshop. Started going down to the local flea market. Started selling birdhouses. That's therapy. So now he's been building birdhouses. Now he feels like he has a purpose, and he's helping his wife pay the bills. He's got this thing. He's helping other people. He's telling people about his story, and people are coming around and talking to him, whatever, and he's doing therapy. That's therapy. Medicine's not therapy. Drinking's not therapy. That's not therapy. That's a Band-Aid. You need to talk about it. And men don't do that. Men don't talk about it. And if I lose 100 subscribers because I talk about this, it's okay. It's fine. If this channel is not for you, that's okay. You know, it's not okay. Yeah, Benz, I'm sorry about that. It is. My brother did it. No, Bruce. Look, Bruce, you don't have to apologize to me. I was just saying that I don't think it was Ray's place to tell your story. That was what I was talking about, the barbershop and stuff, telling the story. That's what I was saying. But then you kind of contradict yourself because you told your story about Ray, but told your story about Bob, probably. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, 87. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you. Everything is still the same in my house. All of Owen's clothes is in the same spot. All of his toys is in the same spot. His sippy cup is still in the refrigerator. You know, we decorate his grave every first of the month. We adopted a highway. We adopted 3 miles of the highway. We pick up trash. We started a scholarship, you know, and you know, I still have 3 sons, you know. I still have 3. You know, I got my oldest, my middle, and my baby. I still got all 3. I still got all 3. I got a few days. Could I ask you a problem I'm having? Sure. So you never know how you're going to impact somebody's life. It's like I said, you never know. You never know. I've got people that call me all over the place. I get stuff sent to me all over the place telling me, hey, man, I appreciate you sharing your story. You're helping me, blah, blah, blah. So if you can positively impact somebody's life, mentally, physically, and emotionally, then we're all servants. We're all servants. We're supposed to help. You know, and people being ugly to other people and being little and disrespectful and stuff, man, ain't no time for that crap, man. Look, let's build cars and hot rods and have some killer ass damn barbecues and laugh and cut up and fellowship and laugh and cry and all that shit, man. Yes, bro, at my cousin's house, her stuff is still in place. They can't move it. There's rollers in the garage. She left, come here. Yeah, look, it's okay. Leave it. Leave it. I had this woman tell me at the store, my wife don't even go to the store no more. My wife don't go to the store. Now, she'll go to like 30, 40 miles away, but she don't even do the same routine that she did when Owen was around. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Skylet. Yes, sir. So, this woman told me at Walmart one time, she said, how you doing? I said, I'm doing all right. She said, we've been praying for you at church. I said, well, I appreciate it. She's like, yeah. And she knew something about my wife. And she's like, I know it's tough, but it's been a few years, you know. You just need to tell your wife to get over it. And I looked at her and I said, do what? She said, life don't stop because you lose a child. I said, okay. I never said it did. Time stops for no man. Time stops for no man. No man. The sun is coming up tomorrow, and it's going to set tomorrow, whether I tell it to or I don't tell it to. It don't matter if I sleep in, the damn sun's still coming up whether I'm up or not. So she looked at me and she says, well, I'm just trying to tell you, honey, life goes on. She just need to get over it. And I said, let me tell you something. I was brought up to respect my elders, and but respect goes both ways. I said, respect goes both ways. I said, I'm gonna give you a free one, but if you ever disrespect my family, my wife, or my kids, I'm gonna make you cry, and you're gonna wish you had a set of Depends on over there from the damn pharmacy, because you're gonna piss your britches. I said, if you ever speak to me like that ever again, I said, I will make you cry in front of God and everybody. Best believe that. Well, you don't have to be so hateful. I said, well, you don't have to be an old nagging ass bitch neither, but you are. Now there we are. Now what? What's up, J-Bone from New Long Island? Sparrow, my fallen rose, boots in the same place where it's always at. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, they ain't got to go nowhere, Cuddy. They can stay right there. Owen's boots are still in the bathroom in the same spot. Same spot. They ain't got to go nowhere. Toys are in the same spot. Nobody don't bother nothing. I tell you this right here. My boys love playing video games. They gamers, right? And Owen played games with his brothers. His brothers don't even play the same games that they played together. They went and bought new games and started a whole new gaming profile, and don't mess with their brothers' games with their stuff, their login and stuff. Hey, people deal with shit the way they want to deal with it, and the way they deal with it to get through it, you respect that. But when you disrespect somebody and come at them sideways, nope, ain't gonna happen, big dog. Hey, 87, did you hear this thing crank up, big dog? 87, you still here? Did you hear this thing? Look. 87. That's enough sappy shit. Let's get back to smelling fumes and smelling octane. Did you hear it tonight? Did you hear it tonight? 87. Did you hear it tonight? I'm asking. Did you hear this? Oh, then you in for a treat, big dog. Got everything fixed. Got it all. It's not flooding out. It's running good. I don't want to jinx her, but we're gonna hit the trigger. My Chevy said I didn't. Good night. Hey, Bruce, I'll be praying for you, big dog. Don't take offense. I hope you get better. I was just proving that Ray told your story and he shouldn't have told it because it wasn't Ray's story to tell. All right, boys and girls. I'll be praying for you, Ray. I'll be praying for you, Bruce. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't hear. 84. I believe you telling a story, big dog. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put this right here. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Fuel pump. Hot stopped. It ain't a cold start, it's a hot start. Oh yeah, it's 105, 105. It's a nick. It's a nick, 105. Yeah, I'll do it in a second. Hold on. I gotta turn the fan on. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I got it tightened up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Jeez, Louise, it's cold. All right. Oh yeah, I got tightened up today too, boy. Shaped up. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. I got tightened up, slicked up. Bam! Yes, sir. All right. All right, so let me, so 87, sorry about that. It got up to temp just like that. So I'll go over the specs with you. So this is a 6.0 block that's been stroked out. It's a TKM engine. If you don't know who TKM Performance is, write it down and Google them. Kevin Mullins owns TKM. They build the baddest engines on the East Coast, probably in the United States. They've got like so many world records, whatever. So everything was built at TKM. It has custom heads. They made the heads. They machined them. It has 2.25 intake valves. Everything in it, titanium valves. The list goes on and on and on. It's supposed to be 950 horsepower to the flywheel is what it's supposed to be. And it is a 5-speed manual. It is a 5-speed manual, so it's got 3 pedals. Yeah, I believe so. I believe. Don't quote me on it. I have to go look at the build sheet, but I know it started out as a 6.0 block, and then they stroked it out. It's got 2.5 intake valves. It's the size of Red Bull cans. So when they were up there building it, I went up there to see them, and a Red Bull can like this, a 8.4 ounce Red Bull can will go right through the intake where the valve is. No, it's not a Blueprint engine. It's a TKM Performance. But I mean, I guess you could say blueprinted. It's supposed to be a monster. It has a big stick in it. I don't know the cam profile. They keep that stuff pretty tight-lipped. I just know it's more than 300, because when I went to put in the handheld, they said pick the highest option, which is 300 and higher. It has a Texas Speed Titan intake on it. It has a 105 millimeter Nick throttle body. It's fly by cable, not wire, or fly by wire. He didn't want cable. He wanted old school, 87. I sent him the video yesterday of it running, and it was smoking. And the reason why it was smoking is the MAP sensor was bad. So I took the MAP sensor back, and then I used the MAP sensor on the Terminator. So I used that right there, and I had to change some other stuff. I had to change the injector profile and just some little odd end things. And now she's firing up. And I put new plugs in it. And I put water in it, and I've already got it up. That'll be the 4th heat cycle. So I'll probably do it 2 more times on the heat cycle, and then I'll change the oil. I sent him the video where it was smoking, and he was like, oh, I can smell it. Oh yeah, I got a chub right now. And he's like, man, I want to put a Pro Charger on it. And I said, calm down, big dog. We ain't even got this done yet. And he's talking about adding a Pro Charger or a turbo or something like that. But it can handle it. It can handle it. So when he talked to them about the engine, he told them that he was interested in, putting turbos or Pro Charger or not a supercharger, because that would suck, because that Titan intake, it's a monster. I do know this, that Titan intake was like $2,000 just for the intake. I do know that. But he's talking about putting a Pro Charger on it. And I said, if you're going to put a Pro Charger on it, we got to change the whole front drive system, which is fine. I mean, it's not a problem. I mean, I'll do whatever you want me to, but just lay down. Just lay down. Just lay down. Just lay down. Calm down. And see, that Titan intake, you can put an intercooler on it. So the cool thing about this Titan intake is you can take it apart. This is where the throttle's going. You can take this top part off and put a 3-inch intercooler, right? Well, the problem about that, if you put that on there, it's going to raise this up higher, and you can't run a stock hood, and you have to run a cowl hood, and he don't want to run a cowl hood because he don't like a cowl hood. He wants a regular hood. So I just told him just to calm down before we get too crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a tire shredder anyway. It has a Moser rear end, 33 spline axles. I think it's 373 gears. Has a 5-speed, Tremec 5-speed in it with upgrades in it, a shitload of upgrades. It has a SPI, scatter shield, has like a 8-disc clutch, hydraulic clutch in it. It's got wheelwood brakes, front and back. Has a PST drive shaft, which I'm a dealer for. It's 2,000 horsepower aluminum drive shaft. It's going to be a tire shredder. Yeah, I like a regular. 68 C10 is the best front end on these series, and then the square bodies, the 86 with the double headlights. That's the and then 2015 is the favorite on the line lock. He did Southern Body, I'm glad you brought that up, because he did ask me that 2 days ago. He texted me and says, I think I'm going to need a line lock. And I said, okay. So I'll have to order one and put a line lock on it to lock the front brakes for him and go from there. But it's been a hell of a week. It really has. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. And it's like there was somebody, I think it was Cars in the Cut, that was on Tulu's TV when I was at the gym last night. He's like, you got to show the good and the bad and the ugly and whatever. And Tulu said, yeah, JG showed everything, the good and the bad and ugly. And Southern Body was on there too. And when I was at the gym, and I give it to you raw, man. I don't sugarcoat it, and I don't edit nothing. So it is what it is. Fellas, I just looked up. I got 7% on my battery. It's cold. I appreciate, been on here for 111 minutes. I appreciate single one of you. I'm going to end this live. I don't know if I'll go live. Sweet little truck, seen a few later. Yes. Yeah, 81 Silverado. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. Single cabs. The OBS. No, the square bodies, the 81s. Yep. But I like the double headlights. Benz, it's good to see you again, buddy. Hit that subscribe button if you ain't. Share, comment. Let me know. I probably won't go live tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably go live tomorrow if I get some. But I'm going to make a video of this. I'm going to fire this thing up and do a video. And Black Sheep short block stage 1, 6,000 short block. I'm going to order one Monday. That's pretty cool, J-Bone. 87, I appreciate it. 87, if you didn't hear it in the beginning, I really appreciate that sound bite you sent me, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Later. All right, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost a dime to hit that subscribe button. We just hit 2,700 subscribers. 3,000, here we come, baby. Here we come, baby. I appreciate you, boys and girls. Remember I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch where it's sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, up, and chicken grease. I'm out.